welcome everyone to this week's BFG review. I want to start off by thanking anyone who's watched my previous videos and reminding everyone to please like, share, and subscribe to help grow the channel. With that out of the way, on to this week's review, which is Terminator Dark Fate. Directed by Tim Miller and starring Linda Hamilton, Mackenzie Davis, Natalie Reyes, Gabrielle Luna, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. This film follows Sarah Connor as she and a human cyborg hybrid must protect a young girl from a newly modified liquid Terminator from the future. So, when I first heard that there was going to be another Terminator sequel / reboot, I was kind of skeptical. In my opinion, the last truly great Terminator film was Judgment Day. Rise of the Machines was fine, but it didn't take itself seriously enough, and Salvation was at least set in the future. And the less said about Genesis, the better. Luckily, Terminator Dark Fate avoids the mistakes of its predecessors and delivers an engaging thrill ride with amazing action, captivating performances, and some genuine heart. This truly is the best Terminator movie since T2. I've heard other reviewers say that Dark Fate feels a lot like The Force Awakens for the Terminator franchise, and I completely agree. Unlike Genesis, that overcomplicated things with heroes turned to villains and resetting timelines, Dark Fate went back to the basics of the franchise. To me, the film combines some of the best aspects of the first two Terminator movies. A simpler plot revolving around survival from T1 and amazingly over-the-top action sequences from T2. The film also finally comes up with a Terminator more threatening than the T-1000. And the Rev 9, played by Gabriel Luna, is just that. He is an unrelenting force of destruction that makes for a great villain. Plus, the new design allows him to split into two separate Terminators that just deals double the damage. Honestly, I think Dark Fate's greatest strength is its simpler story. With such a straightforward plot, the film was allowed to focus more on its characters, each of which get the perfect amount of screen time, and are all given decent development or growth throughout the film. All the actors are amazing in their roles. The two standouts to me were Mackenzie Davis and Linda Hamilton. Both were given heavy roles as the badass bodyguard. Arnold was also great as the T-800 that spent 20 years learning to become more human. There was some decent comedy in this film as well, most of which comes from Arnold's more subdued deliveries. The humor also felt very natural and never seemed forced. One of the film's best aspects is its action. The action in Dark Fate is spectacular. Not only do you get amazing gun battles, but there are also inventive close quarters fights and thrilling car/plane chases, all of which is shot beautifully. You feel every shot, hit, and crash that happens. The effects were also pretty great. It seems like there was a heavier emphasis on practical effects than the other Terminator sequels, and it shows. The film also sounds amazing. The score is both beautifully subtle and wonderfully bombastic when it needs to be, and it incorporates the original Terminator theme perfectly. Even though it sounds like Dark Fate is a near perfect film, I did have some minor issues with it. While the story is one of the film's strengths, its simplicity also leads to predictability. You probably know most of what is going to happen before or as it happens. There aren't really any surprises that will really shock you. There are also a few moments that just come across as kind of sappy and somewhat forced, that were distracting at times. But other than these minor complaints, I really did enjoy the film. So, in the end, Terminator Dark Fate is a suspenseful action thrill ride with some great characters, a menacing villain, and a straightforward story. Despite a couple minor issues, I believe Dark Fate earns an A- letter grade. So, those are my thoughts on the film. Let me know your thoughts on the film, as well as the drawing, in the comment section down below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon to be notified anytime I put up a new video. Thanks everyone, and have a great day.